Okay, my name is Lou Epifani. I am a cancer survivor. I was a colonel in the Air Force. That's something that I'd always, that was kind of my aspiration, to hope I could make it that far. I spent a lot of time in Vietnam, did a lot of flying, and I'm glad that part is over. I didn't, that was, you know, I did my job, but it was a tough duty, especially after you'd finish whatever you were doing. Since I was flying the big cargo airplanes, we'd load up the guys that had been shot, the guys that had been no arms, no legs, and to get them out of there and get them to some treatment. And that was a tough part. We started monitoring my PSA about 5 years ago and noticing that it was gradually increasing. So I went in for the biopsy and found out that I not only had cancer, but I had a very aggressive form of prostate cancer. As a result of taking a PSA test and watching it gradually climb to a point where the doctor says, Dr. Tom Jones says, it's time for a biopsy. So we went in for a biopsy, and not only was it cancer, but it was bad cancer, very aggressive. And so aggressive that he gave me two options. He says, let's go ahead and do a CAT scan first of all. So they did a CAT scan and found a shadow on my bladder. And so they scheduled me for surgery so they could go in and take a look at that as well. Another cancer, not totally unrelated to the prostate. So I have two cancers, both aggressive, two different parts of the body. And so Dr. Cope, who was my urologist, he says, you have two options. We can send you up to Salt Lake City and take out your bladder and take out the prostate at the same time, and you'll wear a bag for the rest of your life. I said, no, thank you. He said, or we can try radiation. And at that time, Gamma West was just opening up. Yeah. I'd been reading about it. So I went down there and I saw Dr. Clark, and I liked the program that he had. And so we started immediately. And this was just for the prostate, but he said at the same time, he said, I'm going to try to aim this thing and maybe even catch part of the bladder also. And so I had 25 external treatments, external radiation, and then 4 internal radiation, which is called brachytherapy. And that was 4 years ago, and here I am. It worked. I still have my bladder, I still have my prostate, and I'm fine. They got a guy in there, a nurse named Tyler. Tyler is the most amazing guy I ever met in my life. After we had the internal radiation, which was a hospitalization treatment, he even gave me his home phone in case, you know, I wasn't feeling well or I needed help or needed input. Great guy, absolutely great guy. You know, I'm really enthusiastic about this because it's a good feeling to be alive when you weren't sure whether you were going to. You know? But you know, you got to work at it. You can't just assume you're going to live to be 100. You know, that's why I try to walk every day. I try to get my a little bit of strength exercise in. And that's why I'm so grateful to guys like Dr. Clark and Dr. Cope, my urologist. I mean, they really believed in getting me fixed, and it worked.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Very glad to see that.